So, good morning and welcome to episode 8 of Nebula Quest. I am Noden, your host, as always. So, last time, we slept rough, and nothing bad happened. I was worried something would, that we just get swept off our feet into, like we get pushed backwards somewhere into a bad place, but we didn't. Everything worked out just great. So here we are. So we're hanging around this brown dwarf, I believe. Let's see, I believe it's brown dwarf. It is. Can I look at you? Maybe? Mark destination? Yes, brown dwarf. And we can't fuel off that. We haven't been able to fuel for a few times. There's been a number of these trianguli sector stars, and they have been very uncooperative with us. So, yes, we shall be continuing on in another fashion, another vein today. But we will, actually we have to go through some of these down the Highway W on our way towards the Horsehead Nebula. Last time, Space Car Bingo, we didn't do anything. I'm not even gonna bring up the card. We didn't do anything. We didn't find a single thing, I don't think. I'm pretty sure we didn't. Did I? No. I got empty nothing. So, look at there we go. That's where we're going, in that general direction. Just a quick little 5-linear jump.
Frameshift drive charging.
Why are heat levels so critical? Oh, jump quickly, please. Please jump quickly.
4, 3.
Why are we so...
1. Engage.
Bernie? That's not right. I don't want to be so Bernie. This is not
Warning.
the way...
Taking heat damage.
Yeah, I bet. We're at 183% heat. Anyways, yeah, so, cool things going on. Okay, so you may...
Temperature critical.
Whoa, what's... Very pretty starscape over here, though. Let's just back it off a bit. Let the heat dissipate some. We'll point back at this probably brown dwarf, and, we will discover it. So you may hear a subtle difference if you're wearing headphones in the sound of my voice. And that's because I got a new microphone, actually. I had previously been using the Yeti Pro. It's over there on my desk, which is why I'm looking over. I was previously using a Yeti Pro. No, I wasn't. I was using a Blue Yeti. Just the regular one, not the Pro edition. And, it's very good for what it is. I like how easy it is. You just plug it in, it works. Like, you don't need to do a lot of setup stuff on it. Unfortunately, I didn't find from my voice it really worked perfectly. It doesn't capture the bass in my voice as well, or like, I don't know. It was just a little bit. It sounded good, but it wasn't as good as it could sound, I don't think. So, in an attempt to push my voice the sounds of my voice up market a little bit, I'm actually using now a XLR mic running through like an adapter thingamadoodle. So actually using a Shure PG42 is the microphone, and then it's running through an M-Audio M-Track 2, or M-Track Plus 2, I believe is the exact model of the USB interface. So that's pretty cool. It's a really nice setup. I'm enjoying it. It's a little bit more fussy, and I don't have things dialed in 100% yet. So if it doesn't sound stupendous today, that's why. It's not because the mic is crap. It's because I don't have it set up exactly right yet. But it seems to... It has a much longer register, by which I mean, like, it picks up things from a much lower frequency up to a much higher frequency, and it does so in a much nicer... Ooh, this looks like something we can actually fuel off of. Oh, beautiful fuel. Let's use a dubstep scanner. Just real quick here. Just watch our heat levels a little bit. 110. You can actually, there is a way to do this where you can actually refuel and not ever, like, have your heat raise above 100%, I'm told. It just takes a million years, and ain't nobody got no time for that. Alright, let's turn away. I turned away too late, actually, on that, but that's okay.
Fuel scoop Disengaged.
Just a bit of a fuel. We got a pretty large fuel tank, actually. I'm impressed with the largeness of our fuel tank. So let's lock that guy, and we will take a look at this little star, this little yellow star. Seems like for ages since we've seen a yellow star. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm really enjoying it. Again, like I said, there's nothing wrong with the Yeti Pro, and in fact, I'm going to be sending my Yeti Pro, my blue Yeti. It's not a Pro. Why do I keep saying it's a Pro? I'm trying to like really make myself sound posh. Yes, it's the Pro model. You know, I don't use professional gear. Just smacked the crap out of the mic right there. But I'm going to be actually sending the Yeti to Pat Rock, because he's been using like a headset for ages, and it suits him fine for the most part, but he's been wanting to pick up a Yeti for a while, but it's more than he can justify spending on a microphone. Like I think it's like $100 or like $90 or something like that. But I mean, that's a pretty big investment when you're not, you know, making money off of what we do, which is, you know, YouTube videos and things like that. So it's a big step, and I have no problem just like, here, have my Yeti. I did it again. It's got a little bit more cable hanging below it than I'm used to, which is why I keep smacking it. I could probably just adjust it upwards slightly. I can't. It could be my field of view.
2,
1, engage. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the new mic, and excited that, you know, my Yeti's gonna have a good home with Pat Rock and fun things. I'm just excited for that. Oh yes, another nice little star. We can get a little bit of fuel. Use a dubstep scanner.
Fuel scooping.
Wow, 3 new astrological objects. Amazing. Where are we? Let's turn a little bit more on target because we're losing our fuel rate. Thank you. Ah, damn it. I once again forgot to start the timer. Oh, what am I doing? I'm not even looking at the freaking heat.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Oh, bad Noden. Bad boy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when the heat comes for you? Sorry, I'm doing a very naughty thing, and I'm like consulting my list of things. I make a list. So I make a list. I've started to make a list. There we go. Of things to talk about for these episodes, just because it can get, you know, daunting once you start recording to like remember what it was that you wanted to talk about when you thought about it, you know, 5 days hence, like prior or something like that. So I started making a list, and so I was just checking that. I put it on my phone. Usually, I was thinking I should just have it on my monitor, but it's easier for me to have the list on my phone because then I can change it as I need to, whilst I'm away from the house. Yes. Okay, let us explore some of these unexplored locations, shall we? Where are we going? Over here? This looks like an actual planet. Ooh, actual planet. Terrestrial objects. Well, not terrestrial, because it wouldn't be part of Terra, which is Earth. You get it. An actual planet. So the other thing that was on my beautiful list of a thing to talk about was joining a gym. I'm joining a gym. I'm going to be joining a gym. I have joined a gym. Going to be joining a gym. There's no worrying about tenses here. I'm going to be joining a gym. It's one of those like I don't know. Exercise is one of those things that you kind of like. You're like, oh, you know, I really ought to do this sort of thing, and I have joined gyms in the past, and then you go for like 6 months, like religiously, and then you don't go, and then you keep like spending money on the gym for the next 6 months because you just don't have the heart to cancel your membership. And then some of these gym memberships, the membership, like to get out of the membership is just such a pain in the ass. Like you gotta pay like a fee or give them 30 days notice. I'm not giving them 30 days notice. Goodness gracious. like it's a landlord, you know, it's like you're like moving house or something like that, and suddenly, you know, you got to give, you know, your gym 30 days notice so they can find a new tenant to take your spot. Like, what is the point of that? Anyways, rambling a little bit. So I'm going to be joining a gym because, well, for a couple of reasons. Well, the main reason is that I'd like to get into better shape. Anyways, I'm in pretty decent shape. Like, I'm just a little guy. I'm a thin, skinny little rugrat. Like what am I, like 6 foot and like 145 pounds or something like that. So I'm pretty thin, but it's all muscle, baby, all muscle, and but yeah, I've been wanting to join a gym, like just to get back into shape. Like I'm not out of shape, but like I'm not in even as good a shape as I have been, like, in my life. So, you know, kind of, you know, step things back up. Plus, it's nice to have a good reason to get, like, out of the house. I mean, I go to work, and then I come here, and then I sit in this chair, and I play video games or watch TV, and that often seems like all I do. And I'm like, it'd be good to have another reason to go. I mean, I also go out. I go out on the. I have a motorcycle. I go out on my bike all the time. But it's winter right now, and you can't do that. Or at least it's you can, but it's not. It's not pleasant. Not even a little bit pleasant. So, possible. Not gonna happen. Let's do another dubstep scanner just really quick while we're over here. No, I didn't think so. But yeah, so I don't know. It's something I've kind of hummed and hawed at because it's also another expense. I mean, and gyms aren't cheap. Like, it's basically going to cost me like $50 Canadian or something like that a month, and that's not an insignificant, you know, whatever it is, $30 US. It's still not an insignificant amount of money. Plus, it's just like another bill, and which isn't something I've historically worried too much about, and frankly, I don't even worry about them that much now. I don't make a lot of money, but my expenses are fairly low, so that's why I don't worry about it. But you know, it's one of those like I've just recently, like within the last like 3 or 4 days, like made an actual list of what bills I actually have, like how much money do I actually have to pay out every month, and that's not even including, like, you know, things like gas or other expenses that like are projected expenses. This is just when somebody says how you owe us money, like how many of those you owe us money am I getting in a given month, in a calendar month, and how many of those can be you, like just to see what the total value I'm actually putting out, not to trim out anything, but because there's like a lot of little things, like you have like Netflix, for instance, or Audible. It's another one that I subscribe to. You know, those are little, like, fairly cheap. They're like, you know, $8. Like, what's Audible? Audible's like $12 or $14 or $16. I don't even know what it is anymore. Let's head back to that star and just do another quick refuel job. I also need to check to see how long this recording is. So we're going to head back to the star, get a bit more fuel, and then we will figure out what that is. Actually, I'm going to slow down right now. I'm just going to pause the recording for 0.8 of a second, and I will be right back. Alright, okay, so now I know. You know, you just get to know how far you are in, so I'm not, you know, running massively over time, or like, well, you know, that's good enough, and then it's like 10 minutes in. Sometimes it feels like you've talked for ages when you really haven't said anything. But yeah, so, you know, you've got like those like expenses. I also have MotoGP.com. I spend, you know, and WorldSuperbike.com, WorldSBK.com. I pay for their video passes so that I can watch motorcycle racing, because nobody really airs it on any of my local like cable channels. So, and I don't have cable anymore. It's like one of those like really hipster things to do. Like, oh, I don't even have a TV. It's like, oh, I don't have cable. I don't. I would like to have cable internet just because it's a little bit faster than my current internet, but that's okay. But yeah, so I don't, so I got, you know, you're watching YouTube videos and Netflix and MotoGP and World Superbike, and it's fantastic and I love it. But, there we go.
Fuel scooping.
Fuel scooping. What was I going to say? Was, you know, so, but that's another expense, and it's not an insignificant expense. And you got, your insurance and rent and so on. But all right, 135. That's plenty. Let's get out of here. Okay, let us.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Thank you for disengaging the fuel scoop. We'd actually we got a fair amount of fuel out of there, out of that start, all told. Oh goodness, my poor. There we go. I actually start that timer. I pushed the wrong button to start the timer. Alright, and J. And sip of space juice. A little bit of pineapple juice and soda water, just to cut it down. Tried a new brand of pineapple. I often get pineapple juice, but I got a new brand of it. And this one's really sweet. And so I can't drink it straight, but I bought like 4 bottles of it because I'm an idiot. And yeah, so I'm cutting it with a little bit of soda water. But what are you gonna do? Discovering stuff all the time. Ooh, Nareg. 6 new astronaut. Oh, we're not going to get to Nareg today. 6 new astronomical. Alright, let's point at a star. Just to make things easier for ourselves. So actually, MotoGP, speaking about MotoGP, has just been going through its first of the winter testing at Sepang. So I've been actually really watching that really closely. That's a T-Tori star, remember? Remember, kids? T-Tori? So I'm watching that pretty intently. Because it's sort of the same sort of thing. Like, every time there's testing going on. Oh, goodness, sorry. Pineapple juice making me burpy. But every time there's testing going on, like you're watching the timing sheets, and every day, and it's big. Oh, Lorenzo's like top on the list. He's gonna win the championship. Oh, it's Marquez. He's gonna win the championship. But I mean, you really can't tell anything from the testing, especially not the first testing. Like they've got another one coming up in like 2 weeks. I think that one will be a little bit more indicative of what things are going to be like. But like these first one, like the first day, like you're really just trying to find like a bike that worked. Like Marquez, for instance, he rode 5 bikes, three or 4 bikes, something like that day. I think 3 bikes. So he rode like the 2014 bike, and then he rode like a massively modified 2015 bike, and then the third bike was sort of like a middle ground, so that you can see like a combination of the 2 bikes. But really, I mean, like, I don't know, if you look at the actual like timing information, like you look at all the timings for each lap of every rider, and you're really just at this point kind of looking for like quicker speeds but mostly consistency. Especially like like a little Jack Miller riding on the Suzuki. You know what? And I still may. I've been really considering doing a like MotoGP like ramp up rundown video where I just throw like some like footage of me playing MotoGP 13 or something on screen, and then I just have a little chat about MotoGP and not qualifying, but the training, goodness gracious, the testing that has been going on, and I may still do that. I think I could do that. I got some really interesting ideas for that. Well, not interesting ideas. I got some good ideas for it. Some good interesting ideas. Tune in when I start talking about MotoGP. It'll be fantastic. Lock destination. We may end up getting to that Narg. I thought these would all be like planets that'd be a little bit farther off, but since they're all kind of right here. And was this was a red dwarf, was it not? The star? I need you to explore, please. Let's, I suppose, speed up and head towards it. Would be a good way to start that. But little Jack Miller, who made the jump from Moto 3 straight up to MotoGP, I should probably explain some of this. So you have MotoGP is the premier class of motorcycle racing. So that's like the F1 of the world. It's the top of the top. If you want to race motorcycles, your life's goal, certainly one of them would be to like be the MotoGP, world champion. That would be probably the top of your list after maybe like running winning the TT, the Isle of Man TT. But yeah, so it's one of those things. And so then you have 3 classes within the MotoGP weekend. So you have MotoGP, which is the premier class. Then you have Moto2, which is just below it. They run 600cc bikes as opposed to the 1000cc bikes of the MotoGPs. So it's just a little bit. It's just a slightly lower class, like slightly younger riders. It's a feeder series to get you up to MotoGP. And then below that is Moto3, which they're running on 250 single-cylinder bikes. And what was I going to say? All right, let's lock destination, head towards Nareg. So they're much smaller bikes, and again, it's like a feeder into the MotoGP world. So you're going from one to the other. Or from MotoGP, you graduate, as it were. You if you race really well, you get a ride for in Moto2. If you race really well for a year or two in Moto2, you get up to MotoGP. That's sort of the way one of the ways of getting to the MotoGP. It's the traditional, with big air quotes, route of getting to the MotoGP.
Frameshift drive charging.
Is it charging? And so Jack Miller, who is now racing the MotoGP, actually skipped Moto2 altogether. So last year he was riding around on a Moto3, like a little 250cc single-cylinder race bike, and he's now on the big boy prototype factory Suzuki, which Suzuki's just come back this year into MotoGP, but this is I'm probably going into a lot of like little minor details of things that I really need to explain more before I can adequately talk about this. But alright, so there are Boardage or Bradley Terminal. Bradley Terminal we will definitely go to Bradley Terminal. Let's go actually, you want, before we
Fuel scooping.
decide,
Fuel scoop disengaged.
let's stop real quick. Actually, I want to take a look at the system view and just see what those two have to offer, and then we will make our decision from there. This is a nice little trinary system. Do we have a trinary system in here? Oh. Now, we haven't discovered this, but we're here. One moment. Okay, so let's see. Boardage platform. Workers, narrow green party. Okay. Extraction, refinery, exports, yada yada yada. Prohibited facilities. Commodities, refuel, and repair. That's what I wanted to know. Commodities, refuel, and repair. So it doesn't make a difference. So whatever's closer is fine. Because we don't sell any of these things. So we'll head to Bradley, because why not? I can make a funnier joke about that when I get back into the game next episode. Plus we're already heading there. Yeah, what was I going to say? I don't remember. I was going to say something. Oh goodness, I've completely forgotten what I was talking about. Talking about MotoGP, talking about MotoGP too much. We should probably start slowing down a little bit. Yeah, we should say so. Screen, slow down. My goodness gracious, Noden. You're going too fast. Let's use our dubstep scanner just... Oh, so we are going to discover all these things. Okay, so when we come back next episode, we have to remember that we need to explore this whole region, this whole corner of space. Even though it's got a couple of criminals in it, we definitely need to do it. But we are going to, just very quickly, before we park for the evening, we're going to bring up our space car bingo, and, oh god, I need the marker. And we're going to mark off trinary system. That's under the trinary system. Digging through a drawer. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Yes. So that works out. So now we got all we need now is a neutron star, and that whole top line, and we could be giving away a copy of Elite Dangerous. So yeah, either an elite rank or a neutron star. I really need to start actually looking at more ships so we can try to find an elite rank. I actually tried to look really quick. As I was logging in, I noticed that they still have their up on their home screen, we'll call it a home screen, that they still have the race to elite thing running, and I wasn't sure if it was still running or not, or if somebody had won it, and so I wanted to check to see what the state of that was, and it didn't tell me. So I don't know if there are any player elites out. I'd like to think that there are, but I just don't actually know. Where are we going? Is that where I'm going to? Oh, okay. It confuses me when the numbering is flipped depending on which way you're looking at it. It confuses me greatly. It probably isn't. I'm probably just a confused boy. Just such a confused boy. We need landing gear.
Cargo scoop.
Nope, wrong button. I need landing gear.
Cargo
Nope.
scoop retracted.
I need landing gear. How about landing gear? There we go. You bind something to the
Landing gear deployed.
you bind something to the joystick and then completely forget where you bound it. Oh. So one of the other thing that I did last week as I was logging off, because I was suddenly very smart, is I unbound cargo scoop to the home key, so I should never ever have the issue of starting recording and then having to put my cargo scoop back up, down, away again. I don't know why I didn't think of that last time. I'm like, oh, I'll just bind it to the joystick, and then I can, quickly raise it again after I accidentally lower it. No, just unbind it. Or I should say, I didn't unbind it, because there's no option to just unbind a key. You have to replace it. Which is pretty darn annoying, actually.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Enter the hangar, please. I was actually going to add it on to the end of the video. It was like 30 minutes of me fucking around in the options menu, just trying to get everything to work, because I'm such an idiot sometimes, where I'm like, oh, I want to, I forgot to stop looking around. Repair all. Oh, that's a lot of money there. Yeah, that's fine. Let's actually go quickly off. We got some money to. Ooh, money coming in. Money coming in. Money coming in. Confirm. Thank you. Oh, look at that. LP 620. 100 credits for that one. A couple of 600s. I still wish there was a sell all button. That's 1300. Not bad. A couple more 600s. Oh, wow. I'll sell those off screen. That's all another. Well, no, that's fine. We can just do it real quick. So, we got the time, right? We're only at 26 minutes or something. Actually, I'm going to end it right here as I sell off the credits. There we go. That's a much better way to go. So, thank you all for watching. Please leave a like if you did enjoy. It helps me out a lot. And until next time, ciao, I love ya. 600 credits.